In part 3 of this series, Mikey wants to watch these videos on a 64-inch TV instead of his small tablet. Mikey reasons, even if the TV magnifies the flaws in the video 10 times, it's no big deal. Now we'll see what really happens to Mikey. This rectangle here, that's a frame of Super 8 film, cut out and put into here. Back behind it we have a Wolverine screen, which is 2 inches wide and 1.5 inches tall. It's actually a teeny bit smaller than that because it's metric, but for our purposes it's 2 by 1.5 inches. If you count, you'll find out there are 6 rectangles going across the top, 6 rectangles going down the sides, which when you multiply it out comes to 36 rectangles there, which means this little frame right here is being magnified 36 times by that little tiny Wolverine screen back here. So now we're going to go up to the next size, which is twice what we just had, and this one's 4 by 3 inches instead of 2 by 1.5, so we've doubled both. If you'll notice, 4 of these will fit into that little 4 by 3 rectangle, so therefore it's magnifying it by 144 times. Now we are going to go up to the size that Mikey's been watching it on. Mikey's been watching it on an 8 by 6, and it turns out an 8 by 6 is magnifying it by, and I'm just using this as a representation to show you each frame, is magnifying it by 576 times. And now we're going up to the next size. So let's take a look at what's been happening to Mikey. This little 2-inch screen, which is the size of the Wolverine screen, is magnifying things times 36. This 4 by 3 is magnifying things by 144 times. Then we come up to the size of tablet that Mikey's been watching it on. It's an 8 by 6 inch tablet, and 4 of these will fit inside of there. He has it magnified 576 times. Now we're going to double his tablet to this size, 16 inches. And it is magnifying things times 2,304 times. If you notice, 4 of Mikey's tablets will fit inside of that monitor. Now, this size, 4 of them will fit into this 32-inch monitor that's here. And it's magnifying things 9,216 times. And 4 of these monitors will fit inside the 64-inch monitor that Mikey wants to watch the Wolverine videos on. And it's magnifying things 36,864 times. So we have a microscope here, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm taking a piece of clear, undeveloped Super 8 film. Now I'm taking this clear piece of film and loading it in the Wolverine. I'm now going to take some swamp water and put it on that piece of film. But I don't advise you try this if you have a Wolverine. I practiced it like 20 times before I was willing to risk actually putting it on there, because if any water gets on that screen down below and then flows around to the back side, you won't be able to get it off. So I'm now putting it on. Depending on what size screen you're watching this on is whether you can see them. There's a great big bug down here. There's a little one swimming there, another little one swimming up there. Anyway, so like I say, your Wolverine really is a microscope. Back to Mikey. He has an old 64-inch projection TV. All that math works on his 4 by 3 aspect ratio television. Our modern TVs use a 16 by 9 ratio, so the math changes. Here is my 43-inch monitor. As you can see, this is the amount of space that is actually used by the monitor when playing through Windows Media Player. My monitor only magnifies the picture by 6,156 times. I counted the squares, but enough about math. From now on, I'm going to do things differently. Instead of side by side, I'm doing what I call back to back. You can bypass all the math, whether professionally done or through the Wolverine. Watch the upcoming films on the biggest monitor or TV you'll be watching your Super 8 conversions on. These upcoming films should give you a pretty good idea of what they may look like on the larger screen. Here's the back-to-back films. I've picked an indoor scene for part 4 of this review. The first 2 videos were in bright sunlight, so let's test what the Wolverine does with indoor lighting. This is the Wolverine in its default setting. This is the Wolverine again, but with contrast set to low. As you can see, it is a much better copy than when the contrast is set to medium. My mother's walls were an off-white, not bright yellow though. Legacy's white balance is correct because it got my mother's walls right, and the white on the woman's shirt is correct. It isn't a little overexposed either, like the Wolverine version. This is from part 1 of 5 of this series. This is the Wolverine version, but now you can see it in full size. The Wolverine is in its default setting. This is the Legacy version, now in full size. I changed the contrast like I did in part 1 of 5 to match the contrast of the Wolverine. Note the box look due to zooming in on the Wolverine. I'll have more on this after all the clips have played. This is the Wolverine on default setting of contrast medium and exposure set to 0. This is Legacy's version with no changes. By adding contrast, it sharpens the picture. Adding contrast is extremely easy to do. I'll have a tutorial on how to do this in Video Studio Pro. Straight out of the Wolverine, movies play too fast. Slowing them down is very easy to do in most video editing software. I'll have a tutorial on slowing the speed in Video Studio Pro. Legacy Digital's transfers need no speed change, and its white balance is already done for you. My mother's walls were not yellow like the Wolverine shows them to be. That's it for the full-size clips, but one more thing. I was able to get a 4:3 aspect ratio, or the full frame on the Wolverine. After I discussed how the Wolverine zooms in like a square in part 3 of this series, Daniel Phillips, one of the subscribers to my YouTube channel, sent me a post of how, if we zoom completely out when copying with the Wolverine and then use some crop-like features in Video Studio Pro, we could get the full picture. It does take extra work, and you absolutely need video editing software to do it. It cannot be done on the Wolverine itself. I'll be putting out a YouTube video on how this is done, so 2 thumbs up to Daniel Phillips. Today is March 8, 2017. To get 10% off of Legacy Digital's transfers, just call them at the number on the screen and tell them you want code 888. Remember, they have done transfers as far away as Korea and many from across the United States. If you want more information, call the number on the screen, or in just a moment, a screen that looks exactly like the one here will appear. This future screen may appear frozen, but it will run for 3 minutes. This gives you time to either go to my website or write the phone number down to Legacy Digital. Click on anything that appears white and it takes you to my website. I am going to show you how to do that right now. Click on this white icon right here. Any of these videos, doesn't matter which one, they all take you to the same page. Opens a new tab. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll see all the icons here. This obviously takes you to 1, 2, 3, or 4 of the series. This takes you to Legacy Digital's homepage. This takes you to the Wolverine if you want to buy it on Amazon. However, I can tell you they've sold out today, and I know about a month or 2 ago they were out as well. Coming soon is part 5. Anyway, that'll take you there. And that live 3-minute screen will start right now. You are now on a live screen. You may click on the icon to go to my website or write Legacy Digital's phone number down. When you call them, remember tell them code 888 to receive 10% off their already outstanding prices. This screen stays up for 3 minutes, though I will stop talking and let you make your decision.